Talk about creativity now. Obviously, creativity and stereotyping they are closely related. While I don't see stereotyping in your play, I do see somewhat stereotyping going on in the film.
In what sense?
Okay. For example, the name Guido. In Italy, we know Guido means it's
the
a
man who
verb.
guides, a beautiful name.
Guides, or he's a leader, he's a conductor, he's a movie director. So therefore, it's appropriate to the character's name.
Works very well.
But in America, you say Guido. You know, lately we have had problems with the Jersey Shore. I don't know if you're aware of.
I never saw it, but I know about the
and even the Galandra Institute had a conference about the Guidos and the Guidettes,
yes,
which is becoming rampant.
I'm aware of what happened. Yeah.
At the time that it was decided to give it back to Guido from Fellini, it was not discussed. It was not denied on the.
Never. There was always Guido. Guido in the film, Guido in the musical, Guido in the film. Why change? Guido is a badge of honor. Why?
But for the Italian Americans, it could.
In Italy, we were never ashamed of the name Guido. Okay. And I'm sure if we told Rob Marshall, you know, in America they don't like the word Guido, he would just cascare dalle nuvole, will fall from the clouds. It's what?
He never
I never heard of it.
He never Guidos and Guidettes?
Never.
Ah.
Me too. I wasn't aware, really.
Okay, you were not aware.
I was not aware that here it's an insult. It's not an insult,
it's
absolutely.
Okay.
Guido, I know priests, psychoanalysts, professors, and they are Guidos.
It's a regular name.
Regular name.
The other aspect is Guido in the movie has an accent. He's an Italian director in Rome, talking to people, other Italians, and yet from here, the tradition in American movie making is that when they have to represent somebody who's not American, has an accent. And I think it's neglectful in a way that is also, it takes away from the character. Because the main character, intellectual, movie maker, talks with an accent. To me, I think it's a detraction.
Well, I must say, I didn't notice it, okay? I didn't notice the accent.
All right.
But when they're doing a play of mine, and they will give an accent to my character, I say, no, we are in France, we are French, perfect French. We are in Spain, perfect Spanish. We are in America, perfect American.
Sure.
I refuse dialect, I refuse accent.
But
it's very strange. I'll ask my friends if they notice the accent.
I did.
You're special.
I did.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. The actor, who is an English actor.
Yeah, wonderful actor.
Wonderful actor. He speaks as if he were an Italian-American immigrant.
Really?
Yeah, you pay attention.
Oh my God, I'll ask all my friends now.
Okay, the other one is the Latin lover image.
Yeah.
In your play, he is what he is. Obviously, William is the one who commits all these transgressions, but there is no stereotypical Latin lover in you. It's just a person who acts and behaves in a certain way.
Sensitive artist in
Here
trouble.
in the movies, instead, it's a specific image that the producer wants to produce, and in fact does. For example, be Italian. If you want to have success with women, be Italian, be Italian. That's, to me, also a little stereotypical. Probably it's because in order to be successful in presenting the idea of the play, you want to be genuine, and by creating how do you say?
Yeah, the genuinity.
Yeah, genuinity. You put in stereotypical aspects so that people immediately know what you're dealing with. But to me, that's a detraction, and also.
Look, I'm fascinated by you discovering the accent. You are discovering the stereotype. I didn't notice that.
I went to the movies only a few days ago.
And I'm sure that Rob Marshall would be very surprised to hear, what? I used an accent? What? I use stereotypes? No, I was just doing my work.
I have a feeling that he was using the stereotypical aspects in order to make the movie immediately acceptable, understandable. I think that there's another aspect, the mama. The mama was not in your play, but the image of the mother, needing of the mother, you know, the Italian mother.
In the film, in the first by Fellini, The mother is terribly important, you know, terribly important. There's also the scene of the children being bathed by women. See, the mother in the film by Fellini was very important. So Rob Marshall
So he took it from over there.
Sophia
but
Loren.
putting these things together, I think that basically it would be construed as, you know, ideas that we have preconceived ideas who the Italians are. Be Italian, be a lover. You know, that is sort of.
Well, I hope that you are the only one who found stereotypes. Okay?
Really, so far.
Because I'm sure I wasn't aware, and Rob Marshall was not aware. I mean, you know, we created universal types. The universal man, a sensitive man. I told Raul Julia, sensitive Hamlet in need of women. And I mentioned mothers, sisters, lovers. You see, women, we need to be caressed and loved by women, even without sex. The affection, the love of being with a woman.
So, is it? I believe that's what I think I saw it in the movies, is that the character is suffering and he's running away because there's a movie to be made, but yet he doesn't know, he doesn't have the script. Now we know that it's Fellini who usually that's what he does.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, the main character is troubled because he doesn't know what to do. And then he sees the women, his women or women that he had to deal with. You know, in your play, women just come to him and says, "I want to play. I want this play. I want to play with the next film." From here, he extracts these ideas, which you call it stealing, but I think it's a creativity thing. He sees an idea and he does. How, according to you, has Marshall done with this aspect of showing the change from the real person, the woman, the actress, into the singing and the dancing that he...
Basically, he respected most of the characters the way they were in the original film and the original musical. The only big change, the only huge change, is that the wife becomes a striptease. That was never in my play, never in the musical, never anywhere.
But I saw that as the husband seeing the wife as is, but in his imagination, he sees the wife as that daring and that dancing as a dance, because she's apparently also an actress. I see it as a creative moment in his mind. He knew and he was there. Then eventually when he comes back from Venice or from some lakes, then he says, okay, it's time to go to work, and he puts these things together. But it was in his imagination that he saw the wife daring.
I saw physically men touching the wife while she's doing striptease, and the man suffering at the thought that other men are touching his wife. All right? So it was a punishment for me. That's completely new idea by Rob Marshall, and he is choreographer, a great guy.
No, I think it was well done, because I think she takes off her bra at the very end, and then Marshall just cuts it there so that...
That's the only great change, you know, from Fellini film and from my musical. Great change. And I'm amazed, because Rob Marshall is a genius. I love his work. Please go and see his work.
Yeah, you know, we have to. Let's change a little subject now. I want to go a little about you. Can you tell us what is a typical day in your life?
I have no writer's block. I'm very different from Fellini. I can work every day.
You can work every day.
So I
But even I don't think even in the movies anyway. While there is a block that he cannot do the movie, I cannot make this movie. He's absorbing the information that eventually will become a movie.
Yeah, we all.
So it's always working.
Yeah, we all absorb. Now, Arthur Miller told me once, which is fascinating. He says, Mario, you know, it's very easy, in a way. A story is a pregnancy. When you have a story, it's in you. Slowly it grows. When it's ready, you can write it in 10 days. It's exactly what I do and what he did.